everybody! Welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny. Let's now continue the importing tutorials, and we are now at step number 2, and we will discuss what to negotiate during the product importing on Alibaba. Remember that it is crucial to know how to leverage your negotiating power para makuha mo yung best deal for the product that you are planning to import. By the way, I am sharing based on my knowledge and based on my experience. Ang negotiation po will vary depending on the product that you are looking for, as well as it will depend on you. Maybe sa'yo, there are things that you need to negotiate kasi importante yon, and possible sa akin hindi, and vice versa. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng negotiation strategy. And reminder lang before we start, make sure to keep your conversation and communication 100% in Alibaba platform or yung dun sa message center nila, kasi hindi nila ma-access whatever communication you have with your supplier outside Alibaba. It's okay if your supplier wanted to send pictures or videos via WhatsApp or Viber kasi medyo matagal mag-load sa Alibaba. Okay lang yun as long as you make sure na lahat ng importanteng bagay na napag-agrihan nyo are also documented through the Alibaba platform or dun sa message center nila. Okay, proceed na tayo. Ano-ano nga ba yung dapat nating i-negotiate? I am sharing with you in general kung ano yung i-negotiate ko kapag ako ay nag-i-import. Number 1 na ni-negotiate ko ay yung free sample. Ako kasi as an importer, I wanted an actual sample ng product na gusto kong i-import. Yes, they can send you all those videos and pictures, but for me, gusto ko talagang nakikita yung actual bago ako mag-decide na i-import siya. Most of the suppliers naman is pumapayag ng free sample, lalo na kung hindi naman ganun ka-expensive yung item na gusto mong i-import. Although, ikaw as an importer or client nila, ikaw yung mag-shoulder nung shipping cost. Ang ginagamit ko is yung UPS, yung express shipping nila around 5 to 7 days, marireceive mo na yung free sample. You can also use yung Ninja Van, mas mura siya compare sa UPS. However, mas matagal yung turnaround time nila sa delivery, but I'm not sure kung magkano na yung rate nila at this moment. Sa UPS, yung isang pouch, kasi naalala ko, yung free sample sa akin ng supplier ko is mga kids clothings. So, isang pouch yon nasa around 2,500 yung binayaran ko. And that's, for me, okay lang yung 2,500. Kesa naman mag-invest ako ng malaking amount and then pagdating pala dito ng product is hindi ko gusto yung quality. So, that's part of the cost or part of the investment, yung free sample, to make sure the quality of the product na gusto mong i-import. Alright? Yan. Para sa mga katulad ko, again, na hindi magaling kumilates ng video and picture, pwede kayong mag-negotiate ng free sample. And then next that I negotiate is the product price. Sa product price, keep in mind that you can only negotiate on the base price. Meaning to say po, you have to do your research and check the market price. Hindi porket nakita mo sa product listing ng supplier naka $2 siya, for example, and then na-negotiate mo ng $1, super happy mo na. Hindi siya ganon. You have to check the market price, do your research, and consider all the other fees. So, ano yung mga fees na yan na sinasabi ko? Meron pong transaction fees ang Alibaba. You also have to consider the foreign exchange rate. Kasi iba-iba yan, especially if you are using credit card. Pwedeng sa credit card na to is mababa, or pwedeng sa isang credit card mas mataas yung exchange rate. So, you have to check that. Also, you have to check the shipping cost. Yung shipping cost, tatlo yan. From supplier warehouse or supplier factory going to your freight forwarder. So, that's one shipping cost. And then, second shipping cost, from freight forwarder ninyo going here sa Pilipinas. So, that's second. And last but not the least na shipping cost is from the warehouse here sa Pilipinas going to your location. So, you have to consider all those things bago kayo makipag-negotiate ng presyo. We will have a separate video for that topic para ma-breakdown natin siya isa-isa. Basta i-check nyo yung importing playlist natin every now and then. And please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell para lagi kayong updated once I uploaded a video tutorial. Alright, so next thing that I also negotiate is the MOQ or the minimum order quantity. Doon sa mga previous videos ko, nabanggit ko na sa inyo na huwag nyo masyadong bigyang pansin yung price and MOQ kasi pwedeng-pwede nyo talaga siyang i-negotiate. Pero syempre, tiyaga pa rin yan and you have to do your best in negotiation. Story time muna, I actually have this product na nakuha ko at the fair price. Hindi siya mismo yung gusto kong price, fair price lang, pero na-deal ko yun after almost 3 months. Kasi ang taas ng MOQ requirement niya bago niya mabigay yung price na fair lang. Hindi pa nga yun yung gusto ko, fair price lang. Pero yun nga, because of negotiation, nakuha ko siya. Ano yung ginawa kong strategy? Actually, strategy ko dun is naging honest lang ako na I cannot accommodate yung minimum order quantity requirement nila kasi wala akong malaking space para doon. So, I think naintindihan naman nila, plus I am starting my business for that particular product, kaya medyo hesitant pa akong kumuha ng ganoon kalaking quantity. And I also tell them na I have this business page that has this followers, yung number of followers na potential customers ko. And then from there naman, nagkaroon ng progress yung negotiation. Yung negotiation na yun, hindi yun everyday ha. Babalikan ko siya after a week, ganun, after 5 days, sasabihin ko ganyan. And then, siguro nakita niya na I'm really interested to get that product. So, pumayag siya sa lower minimum order quantity. Ayun nga, chinaga ko kasi siya lang yung nakita kong merong ganong product at the same time maayos siyang kausap and honest din siya. So be open to your supplier suggestion as well. Isa yan sa magiging tip ko sa inyo. Pakinggan nyo rin sila kasi experienced suppliers mostly ang nandyan sa Alibaba, yung mga talagang legit supplier, kaya meron kayong matututunan at may makukuha kayong mga strategy coming from them. Okay? So, next na pwede nyong i-negotiate is the shipping cost. So, yung shipping cost nito will cover yung shipping from your supplier factory going to freight forwarder warehouse. So, yun yung pwede nyong i-negotiate. Either pwede siyang free shipping or discounted yung shipping cost nyo. So, madalas naman pumapayag sila ng free shipping. Basic experience ko ha. Lalo na pag madami yung orders mo. And another tip ko sa inyo, kumuha kayo ng freight forwarder na merong warehouse malapit sa supplier nyo. Para at least mas madali silang mag-decide or mag-grant yung free shipping na nire-request nyo or nine-negotiate nyo sa kanila. Alright? So, next thing that I also negotiate is the delivery timeline. Before, hindi ko naiisip tong i-negotiate at all, pero because of experiencing things, importante pala to know the delivery schedule. Kasi I remember at that time, umorder ako ng product, yun, nag-i-import ako ng product, and then sabi ko, after 7 days, chinek ko yung status ng order link ko, and nagulat ako, hindi umaandar at all, walang kahit anong update. And then upon checking sa supplier, nakalagay dun sa order link ko, which na-miss ko talaga siya, 30 days pa pala bago i-ship. Diba? So, dahil hindi nakalimutan ko or hindi ko na-negotiate yung delivery schedule, natulog yung capital ko dun sa order na yon kasi I paid it via credit card. Meaning to say, bago pa dumating or bago pa nila ma-process yung shipment from their factory going to the freight forwarder, magju-June na agad yung credit card ko kasi 30 days pa bago nila yun isi-ship na hindi ko siya napansin doon sa order link at hindi ko siya nasama sa negotiation. So, ayan, isama nyo siya when doing the negotiation para clear sa inyo at yung expectation nyo is ma-meet nila. Next that we need to negotiate is the INCO terms. So, this is the international commercial terms and this will determine kung sino yung accountable or yung responsible dun sa product during the shipment process. Like for example, once the supplier ship out the product and then nakarating siya sa inyong freight forwarder, possible na hanggang dun lang yung responsibility nila. So that will depend kung ano yung Incoterms na napag-usapan nyo. Na once yung product dumating ng maayos sa freight forwarder, anuman ang mangyari doon, labas na sila. Kasi hanggang dun lang yung responsibility nila based dun sa Incoterms na pinag-usapan nyo. Pwede rin naman ang Incoterms from the seller factory up to makarating dapat sa inyo maayos yung product. Kasi yun yung base sa Incoterms na napag-usapan ninyo. Kaya yan yung mga importanteng bagay na dapat alamin nyo or dapat aralin nyo as an importer kasi pag nagkaroon ng problema, for example, doon sa ship, kung saan nilagay lahat ng cargo, lumubog yung barko. Then, kapag ang Incoterms na nakalagay sa inyo is yung supplier hanggang freight forwarder lang yung responsibility, hindi niya nasasagutin or wala kang refund na makukuha. Kasi nga, yun yung based on your agreement or your contract. Pero, wag kayong mag-alala. So far naman, wala namang lumulubog na barko. So, ayun. Wag kayong masyadong mag-worry about that. And then next that you have to negotiate is the payment. Ayan, especially if you are eyeing for a customized product, pwede kayong mag-down payment muna. Pwedeng hindi buong amount yung ibigay nyo sa kanila. Kasi meron pang may process kapag customized, 'di ba? Pwedeng down kayo ng 10%, 20%, depende kung ano yung mapag-aagrihan yung dalawa ng supplier. But ayun, I just would like to share with you na yes, yung payment, pwede nyo siyang i-negotiate. Especially if matagal pa nilang isi-ship yung product nyo. Para at least hindi matulog yung capital ninyo. Pwede nyong paikutin sa ibang bagay. Another thing that you can negotiate is the production update. Again, more on ito ay for customized product. Para at least alam nyo kung ano yung progress ng customization request nyo with the supplier. Pwede kayong mag-set ng date at ano yung dapat na expected na matapos nila with regards to the production update. Last but not the least that you have to negotiate is the customer support and resolutions. Actually, more on asking them kung ano yung support na pwede mong ma-expect coming from your supplier and ano yung possible solution nila if you encounter issues na naiisip mo regarding the product that you wanted to import. Ako, example ko dyan is, since nag-import ako ng mga damit pambata, ang support na kailangan ko sa kanila is, I needed all the pictures, clear pictures ng lahat ng designs na kinuha ko with all the sizes and also yung mga different angles na pwede kong gamitin for marketing purposes. Ayun, yung support na hiningi ko coming from my supplier. And also, I asked them to give me all the new designs na meron sila, i-update nila ako kung ano yung mga designs or kung ano yung mga hot products right now sa China, ganyan, para at least meron akong heads up, kumbaga, kung ano yung mga possible ko pang ma-import at mabenta dito sa Pilipinas. Again, reminder to everyone na magde-negotiate, make sure to keep your communication 100% within the Alibaba Message Center kasi napaka-importante na nandiyan lahat ng usapan nyo para kung meron mang mangyari at hindi kayo magkasundo bigla lang supplier nyo, meron kayong babalikan na, okay, ito yung napag-agrihan natin, ito yung napag-agrihan namin at kayo yung papanigan ng Alibaba if you are filing for a refund or for a compensation. Ang next topic natin is step number 3 na tayo, purchase order and invoice. So, assuming tayo na na-negotiate na natin yung gusto nating price and everything. So, that step 3 or the next step that we need to do is the purchase order and getting the invoice coming from the supplier. And this topic will be on the next video. So, see you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Again, favor ko sa inyo, share the learnings to people na kilala nyo. If hindi nyo kaya pang i-share right now, share this video. Maybe matulungan sila or magkaroon ng opportunities, 'di ba? For them as well. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga tutorials. Thank you guys!